All right, guys, this assignment's called Perfect Paper. You got to turn into me a perfect homework or a perfect quiz. If you already have a perfect quiz, congratulations, you don't need to do this. So even the questions you got right, you're going to have to do again unless you got a perfect paper. So let's start with number 1. On the quiz, we see y is equal to negative 5x, and y is also equal to 9x plus 28. So we can plug in negative 5x for y equals 9x plus 28. I can move the 9x over here. Remember, it's negative 9x when it moves across. We have 5 people fighting for the negative team. Now we have 9 more people fighting for the negative team, which means now we have 14 x's on the negative team equals 28. Divide by negative 14, and x equals negative 2. If x equals negative 2, then y equals negative 5 times x. Y equals negative 5 times negative 2. Y equals positive 10. For the next one, I know what y is equal to over here, so I can plug it in for this y, and we get negative 4x plus 10 equals negative 2x. I'm going to need to move the x's over here. It becomes positive 4x. The 10 comes down, equals, if I have 2 people fighting on the negative 2x team, and I have 4 people fighting on the positive 4x team, then the positive team wins by 2 x's. So I divided by 2, x equals 5, and if y equals negative 2 times x, then y equals negative 2 times 5, and y equals negative 10. For this one, 3x will equal 6x plus 21, because we can plug this in for this one, or vice versa. The 6 has to go over here and become negative 6x. 3x minus 6x, 3x is on the positive team, 6x is on the negative team, so the negative team wins by 3 x's, equals 21, divide by negative 3, x equals negative 7. If y equals 3x, then y equals 3 times negative 7, y equals negative 21. All right, next one, getting a little harder. Okay, we know that y is equal to negative 9x, so we can take y out and plug in negative 9x. Everything else is the same, negative 4, negative 3. Now, some people forgot the parentheses when you plug in. First step is we got to get rid of the parentheses, so negative 3 times negative 9x is negative 4x, now plus 27x equals 46. We've got negative 4 people on the x team, positive 27 people on the x team. So if we have 4 people fighting on the negative x team and 27 people fighting on the positive x team, the positive team is going to win by 23 x's. They fight against each other, equals 46. Divide by 23, x equals 2. If x equals 2, y equals negative 9 times 2, y equals negative 18. Okay, number 5. If y equals negative x, then I can take 10x plus 2 times negative x. Remember the parentheses, equals negative 40. That's 10x. Positive 2 times negative x is negative 2x, equals negative 40. Let's see. 10x minus 2x is 8x equals negative 40. Divide by 8. X equals negative 5. And if y equals negative x, then y equals negative 5. So y is positive 5. Because the negative and negative will get rid of each other. Next one. Let's see, y is equal to negative 6x, so we have 3x, this plus 3 times y, but y is now negative 6x, equals negative 30. So we have to get rid of the parentheses first. Positive 3 times negative 6x, we have 3x minus 18x, equals negative 30. We have 3 people fighting for the positive x team. We have 18 people fighting for the negative x team. That means the negatives are going to win by 15x people equals negative 30. I'm going to divide by negative 15. X equals 2. And then if y equals negative 6 times x, then y equals negative 6 times 2. Y equals negative 12. Okay, number 7, getting a little harder. Number 7, if x is equal to negative 2y plus 4, then I can take x out and turn it into negative 2y plus 4. But I got to put it in parentheses, and I'm going to end up multiplying that by 10 plus 7y equals 1. So positive 10 times negative 2y is negative 20y. Positive 10 plus 4 is plus 40. Plus 7y equals 1. I have 7 people fighting on the positive y team. I have 20 people fighting on the negative y team, which means the negative team is going to win by 13 people. So 13y, the 40 has to go to the other side and become negative 40. So we have negative 13y equals negative 39. 40 people fighting for the negative team, one person fighting for the positive. I divide by negative 13. And y equals positive 3. If y equals 3 and x is negative 2y plus 4, that's x equals negative 2 times 3 plus 4, which is x equals negative 6 plus 4, x equals negative 2. All right, next one. I'm going to take y out, and I'm going to replace it with what I know it is, which is negative 3x minus 10. Put it in parentheses. I'm going to have to be multiplying by negative 9. Let's see if you guys did that right. Negative 7x equals negative 10. Okay, so we have negative 7x. We have negative 9 times negative 3x, which is positive 27x. We have negative 9 times negative 10, which is positive 90, equals negative 10. Okay, let's see. 7 people fighting for the negative x team, 27 people fighting for the positive x team means the positives are going to win by 20 people, so positive 20x. The 90 moves to the other side and becomes negative 90. So we have all those people fighting on the negative team, 10 people on the negative team, 90 people, more people on the negative team, which means now we have 100 people on the negative team. We divide by 20, and x equals negative 5. So x equals negative 5 and y equals negative 3 times x minus 10. Y equals negative 3 times negative 5 minus 10. Y equals 15. Positive 15 minus 10. Y equals 5. Number 9. Negative 6x minus 9y. X equals negative y minus 1. So I'm going to take this x out and plug in negative y minus 1 and times it by negative 6 minus 9y equals 33. Negative 6 times negative y is positive 6y. Negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. Minus 9y equals 33. 6y minus 9y, 6 people fighting on the positive y team, 9 people fighting on the negative y team means the negative is going to win by 3 people. Negative 3y plus 6 equals 33. I got to move the 6 over and make it negative 6. Now I get negative 3y equals 27. Divide by negative 3. Y equals negative 9. If y equals negative 9, then x is negative y minus 1. X equals negative 9 minus 1. So x equals positive 9 minus 1. X equals 8. Okay, on the next page, on the back, you guys did a pretty good job of this. We have 2 numbers, x and y. The second of 2 numbers, y, is equals 6 times the first number, 6x. The sum is 49, so x plus y equals 49. Y is the same as 6x, so x plus 6x equals 49. 7x equals 49. Divide by 7. X equals 7. Y equals 6x, so y equals 6 times 7. y equals 42. All right, the second number, y, is equals 11 more than, we're going to add 11 to something, 7 times the first number, 7x plus 11. The sum of the two numbers is 3. Okay, x plus y equals 3. And y is 7x plus 11, so I can plug in 7x plus 11 for y. So x plus 7x plus 11 equals 3. That's 8x, because 1x plus 7x is 8x plus 11 equals 3. I'm going to subtract 11. So 8x equals negative 8 divided by 8. X equals negative 1. Okay, so if x is negative 1, then y is 7 times negative 1 plus 11. Negative 7 plus 11 is positive 4. Y equals 4, x equals negative 1. Okay, the sum of two numbers is 16. X plus y equals 16. The second number, y, is equals 8 less than, so I'm going to subtract 8 from something, twice the first number, 2x. What are the two numbers? Okay, so y is 2x minus 8, so I'm going to take out this y and plug in x plus 2x minus 8 equals 16. So 3x minus 8 equals 16. I'm going to add 8 to the other side. I'm going to get 3x equals 24. I'm going to divide by 3. I'm going to get x equals 8. And y equals 2 times 8 now minus 8. Y equals 16 minus 8. Y also equals 8. Okay, I have 6 more dimes than quarters in my pocket. So if D equals dimes and Q equals quarters, the number of quarters that I have, then I don't have the same amount of dimes as quarters, so I can't say that my number of dimes equals my quarters. I have 6 more dimes, so to make this equal, I would have to add 6 to my quarters to make it fair. So dimes equals quarters plus 6, and I have a total of $1.65. So some people were saying D plus Q equals 165, but that's the number of coins, not the cents. To get the cents, we have to multiply the number of coins we have by how many cents they are. So I get 10 cents for every dime plus 25 cents for every quarter equals $1.65. But I also know dimes now are, I can plug in quarters plus 6, multiply it by 10. 10 quarters plus 60 plus 25 quarters equals 165. 35 quarters equals, I got to make the 60 over here to negative 60, equals 105. Okay, I'm going to divide by 3, or 35, sorry. And turns out I had quarters equals 3. I had 3 quarters. 105 divided by 35 is 3. And dimes equals quarters plus 6. So dimes equals 3 plus 6, and I had 9 dimes. All right, good luck.